Stream now. There we go. All right. So I guess while we wait for everybody to come in, you've probably been asked this quite a few times, but what kind of pushed you to make a coin about charity and donating and all that?
Honestly, it's just really my personality. I just like giving. I like I just like giving. It's just something that's inside of me. And when I started doing charity, it just kind of came in my head, and the idea literally just came out of nowhere. So I just tried to go to sleep one day, and I really could not go to sleep. And it was like a time in my life where things just were not going right. But I just was like, you know what, let me just try to sleep it off. And the idea was just in my head, so I wrote it down. And then once I wrote it down, I was able to go to sleep. And from there, I just been charity, all day, every day.
Yeah, that's great. And you've already done like so much in such a short amount of time. It's going to be great to see what you can do when the market cap goes up and you have more money to give away and do bigger things. It's going to be great to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, some of the stuff that we've done, it's been a ton of positive things. Just like the first event was a battered women's shelter, and then we went to their dream center, which was in LA, was awesome, awesome video. If you guys have not seen the dream center video, man, it's awesome content. Like awesome, awesome. If you want to watch something that's going to be excellent and just fill you up with good vibes, good energy, watch that dream center event. But after that
Mm.
event, we also did a children's hike. So we sponsored the lunch. So at-risk children, they just want to get outside and have a safe area to play and be able to hang out with other children. So we kind of took them on a hike and bought lunch.
Yeah, that's great. Helping just anyone. So like with this, is it just helping anyone, or is it just like specific areas and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's really just helping anyone. I mean, honestly, right now we're very, very small. We're a very small company, but we're trying to grow, and we kind of realize that we have to be very strategic in some of the things that we do. So we do a lot of things in LA for a reason. There's a lot of different opportunities. There's a lot of different networking, opportunities that's out there. So anything that we do right now while we're small is something else that's behind it, and the reason that's fueling it to say, hey, well, we can kind of connect two, three, four different events all in one area versus if we're just doing one. So
Yeah, and obviously as you get bigger, the team will grow and you can connect with more people and do way bigger things. It's going to be amazing.
yep, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat has any questions, then they can ask. Um, One question I do have: how's the app development going on?
It's going great. I mean, honestly, I mean, I'll be honest. I wish it would be done. It should have been done, and it's
Yeah,
something that I'll be transparent about. Like, I think it should be done. I think it should be out there in the people's hands. And so one thing that we did was, we took it upon our hands and say, hey, I'm not going to sit around and wait for the app to get done. So, there's a lot of stuff that's going on on the back end that we're going to fill you guys in pretty soon. I mean, honestly, it's something that's going to be huge, and it's a full 180 pivot. So we hope to be able to update you guys within some time, maybe like a month or
yeah.
a couple weeks.
I can imagine it's pretty hard though making a full app that doesn't have any like bugs or stuff like that. You want to make sure that it's smooth and everything.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. I mean,
Mm.
some of the testing that we did and just some of the things that we run into is like, man, it's like, you don't know how difficult it's going to be if if you never built an app from scratch, especially something that has to do with crypto. It's because it's so many different moving parts and components, and it's so many different areas where you can get an error. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of work.
Yeah, I can imagine. Another question I do have is: have you considered having like a BNB bridge?
I did consider that. We actually are considering a couple of different bridges like BNB, Polygon, Pulse. We've been looking at Pulse as well. So yeah, it's a lot of options out there right now. And with us being so small, we already know that we're gonna get huge. And when we get huge, we're gonna have a game plan. Like we already know what's the next step, what we're gonna lean in. What type of things that we want to do when we get a higher market cap. Because I know a lot of people in the chat, they ask like, hey, when we're gonna do Bitmart, or when we're gonna do like certain big exchanges. And it's like, we want these exchanges. Like, we were the first to tell you we want these big things, but we have to be strategic. We have to also understand and be realistic that, hey, we're only at between a 1 to 2 million market cap. But as we continue to grow, we get this utility out there, and our holders are making passive income. The sky is the limit.
Yeah, we do have one question on YouTube. I can put it up here. When is the next in-person event and where will it be?
That is a great question. We have not actually. We actually got hit up by another dev of another token. He was asking me the same question, and it's just awesome to see that people really know us for our events. They love the charity events, and they want to participate. They want to be there. They want to get out, get out there and actually do some good with us. We haven't actually planned one as of yet, just because we've been so deep into utility. And I'm hoping once we get this utility out, I can finally just like put my feet up and say, okay, what's next? Like I can kind of just relax, and we can really look at different charity events and exchanges and marketing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Obviously, it's going to take a while, but once we get there, it's going to be awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
Another question is on Brew Labs, obviously, you announced on Twitter and Discord that you can now stake Charity for Ethereum.
Mhm.
Have you ever, are you going to do, are you going to be able to stake Charity for Charity? Is that something that you might do?
Absolutely. We have a game plan. So the first token was always going to be Saitama. We knew that Saitama was going to be a hit for us, and we've been developing that pool for 1 month. Like literally, it's been something that we've been working on. And I know a lot of people in crypto, they want stuff fast, and they want things to be like almost like a microwave. It needs to be like right there. But it takes time. So the Saitama pool was always going to be the first one. And one of the announcements I want to announce, tonight is the second pool is the Shairty ETH pool. So you can stake your Shairty and get Ethereum, which is going to be awesome. I want to note that since the Ethereum pool is unlocked, and that's another that's open for a year, it's you're not going to get as much rewards, but at least the actual stake is unlocked, so you kind of can unstake and move your money around whenever you want. But yeah, we will come out with a Shairty one. That's definitely on the roadmap.
Yeah, that's great to see. There's another question here. How many charities will be on board for the charity app so far?
We actually have a decent amount. So the way that we're doing it right now, we kind of understand that these charities just want donations, and we technically really don't have to onboard them. We can just kind of just say, hey, you got money, and just send it to them. We really want to be able to connect with the charities though, because there's a lot of great charities out there, and we want to share their story. We want to be able to highlight it to our community and say, hey, this is a great charity. Look at some of the things that they're doing, and do you want to come over to our Discord, our Telegram, or even maybe a Twitter space, and we can kind of talk to their founder and just shed some light on their project. So that's kind of the whole mentality of onboarding. We just want to create a partnership with them.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait until the app releases and we can all check that out. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Um. So, do you have any like more news that you want to sort of announce?
Absolutely. So, one of the things that we did I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago. So we actually injected the Saitama pool with more liquidity, so that way we can kind of raise that APR back up. We actually doubled the amount of rewards, and I just got to give a shout out to the community. We thank you guys so much. We were not expecting to be able to lock 35% of our supply that quickly and that fast. And that was a reason why we had a max wallet. We had to lift. We literally had to lift it. Within the first couple minutes, we had already eclipsed 5%, and that was the max wallet was like, man, so we had to lift it, and we're sitting at 35%, locked for that Saitama pool. So we really wanted to reward people. So we did inject more liquidity. So there's more rewards that's going to be dished out to the holders. And also we did send $100 in ETH to 4 different people randomly, and 2 people have came forward and said, hey, thank you so much for the ETH. And it just feels good when people, they actually receive what you're giving them. And we really want people to have passive income. Like that's literally the goal. Like with this app and the utility, we're going to be generating so many fees, and it's like I don't want the money. The money should go back to the people. So That's been my goal since day one. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to say, hey, my Shairty is staked. It's going up in value, and at the same time, I'm making so much in return with Saitama or Ethereum or whatever token that they're getting as a reward in return. So I think the idea is dope, and I can't wait to see this ecosystem come alive.
Yeah, so does that mean that you're going to be doing like more giveaways in the future and bigger ones?
Absolutely. Yep. So the plan is so thought out, man. It's just we're really waiting on that ecosystem. Once the ecosystem is out, like you guys are going to be able to see some of the amazing things that we can do, like just the potential, and even just like we talk about massive buybacks, massive burns, injecting the liquidity, with the buyback or injecting the staking. So, like you said, if we do a Shairty pool, we can, let's say one day we want to buy $100,000 worth of Shairty and throw that in the Shairty stake pool, that's going to be a great returns for our holders that want to earn more Shairty. So, everything is thought out.
Yeah, the APR on the Brew Labs website is pretty high. When I first staked, it was at like 800% or something like that, which is crazy high.
Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. And that's what we want. We want people to know that we're here to provide passive income. And they also will have, their token as well rising in value. So with us being locked for 90 days is extremely bullish. It's gonna help us build a nice floor. And I think, this next level up that we go is gonna be crazy. Can't wait.
Yeah, and it'll help like prevent people from just selling a bunch. Like 34% can't be sold, which is really great.
And I'm glad you kind of brought that up. So one of the things I want to highlight is you guys really have to look at it like this. So we have a 90-day lock, and that's 35% of the supply. We had a 100% pump. So let's say your bag was sitting at $10,000. Not many people seen $10,000 before. So a lot of people would have took that $10,000, sold and left. But with you being staked for 90 days, what if that 10,000 turns into 100,000? Like that's a game changer right there. And we really want people to see, like, man, I'm actually glad that it was locked away, because had I seen that 10,000 I was available to get it, I probably would have sold it. But since you held it, now you have way more money and you got that passive income on the side.
Yeah, and it's already such a low market cap that you may as well just stake it away for 90 days and just see what happens.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, I love about this project is it's kind of doing something that not many other coins have ever done. There have been tokens that have focused on kind of one area,
Hmm.
but this is focusing on everything, every other, charity and everything like that.
Absolutely. And we really, like, honestly, when we looked at the space, we've seen a lot of tokens with wallets and swaps and NFT marketplaces, and nothing against those tokens. It's just like, I kind of want to do something outside the box. This project was something that was completely just thought of in my head. It wasn't something that I looked to my left or right and said, hey, let me see how I can do that better. It was literally just something I just thought up, or it just came to me one day. And we're really building this thing on the fly. And just to let the audience and the community know, the platform itself is going to be separated from the token. So we're going to have a platform that's going to be the donation platform, but it's not going to be a charity token platform. And the reason being is, when we talk to a lot of these charities, it kind of confuses them. They don't know what a token is. They don't know, a lot of people don't know what crypto is. So we have to separate. And I'll give you another example. We called a couple of different charities and said, hey, I'm a founder of a Sharity, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we also have a nonprofit ourselves. So we call around. I say, hey, we have our own nonprofit, and we want to be able to build another stream of income with crypto. And so we have to send them over to our token website. And with the token website, it just says, stuff like the white paper and tokenomics, and it just doesn't make sense. It's not cohesive. And so we had to build a website that was specifically for charities and separate it, so that way it's not confusing and they're getting the right information that they need.
Yeah, that's really great. Honestly, just can't wait for everything to come out. Like, can't imagine what we're going to be at in like a year's time, like
Yeah.
with market cap and everything.
Yep. And a couple other things I wanted to announce. So this week we actually got a nice week. Starting with Dashin. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it
Uh,
Dashin?
Dacian.
Dashin. I'm so sorry. Dashin.
No, it's all
So
good.
we really appreciate Dashin. You guys hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to be coming on this channel more often. We really like Dacian and his videos. So I really want you guys to support him. He really supports Charity, and we want to support him back. But yeah, after this video, we have Cuff and the Dip on Thursday. We have Anime and Torres on Friday. And we also have another one that should be Saturday, but I'll keep you guys tuned in for that one because that one I'm not too sure about. But if that's the case, we have those three lined up for this week. And the goal is just really to continue to get Charity out there. We got to let people know about the staking. We got to let people know about the ETH pool. And we got to let people know about this crazy utility. So, I mean, I'm happy. I'm excited. Things are finally coming together. And, I know I really don't shed too much light on the utility. And the reason being is because, I really want, when the utility is ready, I want to give it to you guys and put it in your hands. And you're like, oh man, it's a completely finished product. Like, I don't want to give you something that's like, halfway done or 10% done because, it's not going to look good for Charity. It's something we've been building since November, and I really want it to be perfect.
Yeah, and then with the more AMAs coming up, more reach, more people that you can get in contact with, and all that, it's going to be incredible.
Yep, absolutely. And one last thing I did want to touch on. So we announced yesterday that we were trying to raise funds to get on SataMass. So we finally were accepted. We got our acceptance letter. I think we applied way back in like December, and I thought we were going to list. I thought honestly, in my head, I thought we were going to get listed on SataMass in February, but honestly, we didn't. It took a couple more months, but we finally got the acceptance letter, and we just paid the listing fee. So that's another thing I wanted to announce. The listing fee has been paid for. The only other thing we have to do now is just to send Saitama for liquidity and Sharity for liquidity. So if you want to be able to help us get some additional Saitama so we can send that off to SataMass, the faster we get that liquidity, the faster we can get listed.
Yeah, so do you know exactly how long it might be until you do get listed?
I think it's just really all dependent on the liquidity. Once we get the liquidity, honestly, it shouldn't take that long, especially if we got a great community. We were able to, build up that donation wallet pretty fast. So I'm pretty confident that community will help us.
Yeah, it sounds great, and it's great that you're getting in contact with SataMask and all that kind of stuff because they've got a big community of I think it's like 350,000 holders. So
Yeah,
getting that reach is great.
it's awesome. Like, we love the Saitama community. Honestly, we love all crypto communities. Like, Charity is for everybody. We want to interject ourselves with any crypto, any token. We also did I don't know if people seen, but we also did a charity event with Saitama last week. So we were able to give back to some people in the Philippines. And that's what Charity is all about. We really want to be able to give back and just help people out. And it doesn't have to just be in the United States. So we did do an outreach in the Philippines. We gave back food and groceries, a lot of great stuff that people needed.
Yeah, and you're already helping so many people, even though you're not big, you're still going out there and actually doing something.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's going to be very exciting. If anybody in the chat does have any questions, then please ask them because I'm pretty sure Sada will be happy to answer them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, with the momentum we have, like, we ran up to 2 million market cap, which is honestly for crypto is really nothing. But for the Charity project as a whole, it's a great milestone. A lot of people was counting us out. A lot of people was sleeping on us. But I think now that we kind of have this nice run up, we're on a lot of people's radar. So the next run up, I think we're gonna get a huge FOMO coming in.
Yeah, and the whole all cryptos are down right now. Like I think Bitcoin's down like 7%, so it's pretty hard to go up when it's all down.
Yeah, yeah, especially because we're pegged to Ethereum. So even if we are pumping and Ethereum's going down, it's kind of mess with the pump.
Yeah. Another thing is I think it's great that you spend so much time in Telegram, on Twitter, on Discord, and just interact with the community as a whole.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, and I'll be honest, I understand right now we're at a 1 to 2 million market cap. Once we start getting to like 30, 40, 50 million, I'm not going to be as available. And so I really want to take all the time I can in the Telegram and the Discord and just cherish these moments. Like, man, I remember, back, we were only at a 1 million market cap, and I was able to go in a Telegram and had a couple minutes of free time. Now, of course, I do have meetings here and there now. where I can't be available. But I know when we really start taking off, I probably just my whole day will be filled up with meetings. So honestly, I'm in Discord and Telegram like this now just because I know it's gonna blow up, and I really want to cherish these moments with the community.
Yeah, I can imagine already you're pretty damn busy, so the fact that you can at least do something is great.
Oh yeah, I had a 4 hour meeting earlier, so it was like it was very long.
Yeah, we do have another question here. How did you guys think of the accomplished staking so fast? That was the most successful staking launch I've ever seen.
It was me and the team. Honestly, I gotta give a huge shout out to the team. And you know what? Before I get into that, one shout out that I want to hit is Chin Sai of our team. She really, really, really helped us get on Sata Mass. Thank you so much, Chin, for the work that you do. And another shout out to our Discord community manager, Seawood. He's doing some great things, and shout out to the whole team. Like they're all just hustling and bustling, and honestly, with us being a very low market cap token. A lot of people don't want to put a lot of work in because they want to wait until the token pumps. But the team that we have like is second to none. But to get to the question, yeah, it's really just the team. Like we just put our heads together and we brainstorm like, hey, what can we do that's going to be successful? What can we do to be able to put a spark in the community? And the staking and doing Saitama was just like a no brainer. And so when we thought of that, we started developing it right away. And hey, it was a success.
Yeah, it's great. We do have another question here. Um, how often do you play that piano, Sato?
Uh, you know what? Honestly, I have a real piano, and I told myself I was gonna teach myself how to play, but I've been so busy, like it's collecting dust.
Yeah, well, hopefully you do get some free time, but obviously getting with the higher market cap and stuff, you'll be a lot more busy and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If anybody else has any questions, then make sure to ask. But just can't wait until more news comes out. I heard that this week's going to be a big week. Finally got more announcements and stuff like that. So very excited to see what you guys can do.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're gonna. I'm really hoping that we have this AMA on Saturday. It's gonna be pretty exciting. The one on Saturday is actually gonna be something that's gonna be a lot of moving parts. So I can't really commit, right now to telling you guys what it is and how it's gonna, unfold. But if it goes the way that I hope it goes, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Are you guys in talks with any smaller listings at the moment?
We do have a couple of different ones that's in mind. There's actually one that's like a double listing. So um we like I said, once we start, going up, we just paid the listing fee for Satan Match was like 40,000. But we understand that we want to do more exchanges. So as we start skyrocketing back up, we already have a couple in mind. And it's going to be a double listing.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully that can come pretty soon because I think that will be awesome to see.
Honestly, I think that the next leg up is going to be pretty soon. Like right now, the market is kind of like bloody. I think this is actually perfect. We had a nice run up. We're holding strong at 1 million, and I think that next run up is we're gonna blow past 2 million.
Yeah, I think we almost hit the all-time high pretty
Really?
much. Yeah, I think it was at like 43, and I think the all-time high was 45.
Wow.
So we're very, very close to
Yeah.
getting to that.
Yeah. And the best news is, a lot of those people that bought in, they staked. So man, we're locked in.
Yeah, and the more people that stake, then it's going to be just amazing, and less people will sell.
Yep, yep. And let me ask you. I mean, I understand like you kind of been with us for a while, and we've been watching your videos, me and the team, and we kind of talk about things that you say, and even people in the community, like what we can do better. Is there anything that you think that the Charity team can do better?
Mm, no, I think you guys are doing like the best that you can. Like, obviously, you don't have a huge team, but you got your team, and you're doing the best that you guys can do, and I think that's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing about Charity. Like we always want to know like if there's anything we can do better. I mean, we encourage the community to come forward. And honestly, I don't think anything is FUD unless you're intentionally trying to say something that's like harmful or hurtful. But like regular questions are fine with us and the mods and the community. So if you guys want to say something, just come forward.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep on continuing making videos on Charity because it's just a project that I love and it's great.
Awesome, awesome. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Um, so here's another question. So with Max Wallet capped higher, so yeah, um, so it's capped higher, so it's just like limited, so you can buy as much as you want now. Is that?
Yeah, so the way the max wallet, so we had a 0.5% max wallet, then we changed it to 1%. And then when we got with the staking team, which is Brew Labs, they told us, hey, you need to make your max wallet 5%. And they understood that we were a smaller cap token. So they said, 5% should be good. Nobody expected us to do 20% like that first day. And so as soon as we seen that the staking contract was eclipsing that 2, 3, 4%, we was like, okay, let's just go ahead and change it. And from there, we changed it to like I think 10%. And literally, we changed the max wallet like 4 times that same day because we just the overwhelming support was amazing. So right now, I believe that staking contract holds about 35%. So we just really just pretty much had to we really had to raise it. Like it's just gonna keep going higher and higher. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty much no max wallet.
Yeah, and as soon as you lifted that, I saw that there was like tons of buys from so many people. Just like people dropping like $6,000, which is just an insane amount.
Yeah, I think our we just got the biggest buy. I want to say it was yesterday. It was like 16,000. It was like 5 E. It was
Damn.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do have a question for me. It seems. Why did it take Dacian so long to come to Discord? Um, it's because I wanted to get more involved with the community, but before then, I didn't really get many views or whatever, so I didn't really have a reason to actually go into Discords. But now I want to get more involved with the community, talk to more people. I've made Twitter and all that kind of stuff, and I want to interact more.
Yeah, we love you in the community. I mean, honestly, before you came in the community, like your videos was like something that was a breath of fresh air. It's a lot of people that do YouTube, and a lot of people do videos, and sometimes the videos aren't genuine, and we can tell like when we watch your video, they were 100% genuine.
Yeah, and I don't make too many like actual videos on like projects. I only do it like for Charity and like I think it's like three others. And I just do videos on like, is this coin a scam? But the main videos are the ones like with Charity and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we really appreciate you. I hope that we can come on, more often. We really love your videos, and I hope you can become like a huge staple in this community. Like we're looking for a Sharity YouTuber, so I hope you can be that person for us.
Yeah, well, I'd love to always continue making videos whenever there's more announcements and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't want to clog everybody's inboxes up with a bunch of videos, but
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I got you.
yeah, so whenever there's new announcements, I'll definitely be making some videos on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so let's take a recap. So we injected more Saitama in the pool. For anybody that's just joining in, we injected more Saitama in the pool. So we doubled the rewards. We also opened our new Charity E pool. We also paid the listing fee for Satan Mass. This upcoming week, we have 3 AMAs. Thursday we'll be on Cuff and a Dip. Friday we'll be doing a Twitter space with Torres and Anime, and then Saturday we have our wild card AMA. That I hope to disclose as we get closer to it. And I'm really hoping sometime this month I can give you guys a look at the utility. But when it's ready, it's you guys are gonna be like, wow. So I really want to see you guys have that wow moment. And when I know it's ready, we're gonna show it to you guys.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait until all the news comes out.
Absolutely. Yep. Thank you so much, Deshaun.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming in and talking.
No problem. No problem. I mean, that's all I have to say. I really
All
hope
right.
you can do this again.
Yeah, definitely in the future. I'm down to do more of these.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys back in the Discord and Telegram. I love you guys. Love the Charity community. You guys have a good one.
Yep. You too, Sato. Have a good day
All right.
or night. See ya.